Gamerboy80, one of Hypixel's most popular bedwars YouTubers, got removed from the bedwars leaderboards. Hypixel literally revived Akinsoft's Skyblock account, and new changes to disallowed mods may make some huge Skyblock mods bannable. Hey guys, it's Lego Maestro here, and welcome back to another episode of Hypixel News. Before the video gets started, I just want to really quickly say that, of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the Hypixel network, then I highly recommend subscribing. And along with that, you guys, I have some pretty fantastic cosmetics, as you can see, a shimmering gold cape and an Asian straw hat. Those are both in the description, and if you get my gold cape, I will friend you on the Hypixel network. Alright guys, with that, let's get into the news. Alright guys, so our first story this evening is coming from Hypixel, who literally this week revived Akinsoft's Skyblock account. Now, it's been nearly 2 months since he quit Skyblock, and well, last month he made a video titled The Hypixel Skyblock Curse. And at the end of the video, he said that he wants to come back to Skyblock because, well, he misses everyone. It's very heartfelt, but despite that, he hasn't uploaded any Skyblock content over the past month. That is until yesterday, when Akinsoft made a video titled Hypixel Skyblock Unfinished Business. Now, what caused him to come back? Well, how about the owner of the server reviving his island and jokingly peer pressuring him to return? That's not a joke. On March 28th, Simon tweeted out, "At Akinsoft, imagine I recover your Skyblock profile and then you are pressured into coming back." And well, he wasn't kidding, because that is exactly what he did. On March 31st, Akin did a stream on Skyblock playing on the revived profile that Simon made titled, quote, "Not allowed to quit Skyblock ever again." And in fact, Mash Clash, another Hypixel YouTuber, even made a 1-minute video on Akinsoft getting his profile back. So guys, for the first time in 2 months, Akinsoft made a Skyblock video on his channel. Now, the video he made was taken from his live stream, and I will say there's nothing really important in the video. It's mostly just some funny moments of him from the live stream, but that being said, there is one very small thing to note. Someone in his live stream asked him if he was going to be playing Skyblock often, or if he was just visiting, and he responded saying he'll be playing occasionally, but it's less than he used to. Now, that's literally all he said about returning to Skyblock in that video, except his description said this. Note, yes, the Hypixel videos are back, but not as often as before because I want to keep the hardcore and randomizer series going. I know I've said many things about Skyblock before, but I felt like I let a lot of you down. Hopefully this will bring you some joy, and it'll give you much more to watch with multiple series. Now, he said the exact same thing in his pinned comment, except at the end of his pinned comment he added, "Love you." So there you have it. If there was any way for a Hypixel YouTuber to ever return, how about the owner himself making it personally his mission? That is pretty incredible, you guys. And now, speaking of Skyblock, our next story. Oh, it's been shaking the community for a few days now. In fact, this one has got a lot of people worried on whether or not their mods are bannable. On March 26th, an admin known as Frozen made a forum post titled, "Update to Disallowed Mods, Quality of Life Modifications," saying, "Hello everyone, it's recently come to our attention that many modifications have been altering vanilla Minecraft behavior in order to provide users its quality of life enchantments. Although these enchantments are nice to have when playing games like Skyblock and other games on the server, they are proving to be a bit of an issue. Because they are changing the way vanilla Minecraft works, they're starting to give quite the advantage over other players who are not using these modifications. Some of these modifications have already crossed the threshold to alert Watchdog regarding their behavior. The fact of the matter is that some of these modifications are altering the client and packets in a way that they don't need to. The following are a few examples of what these modifications are doing that made us decide to blacklist them from the server. Please note that this list of examples is only some of the reasons for our decision. Number 1, displaying invisible entities, changing player movements, canceling vanilla actions like clicking on blocks or interactions with a player, monster, or NPC, and finally, automatically interacting with interface elements such as inventories or menus. Now, I reached out to 30vars on what type of Skyblock mods they might be referring to here, and he says that this would include any dungeon puzzle solvers and any enchanting minigame solvers. The forum post goes on to say, in order to prevent this situation from expanding beyond its current scope, we have decided to take it upon ourselves to label these modifications as disallowed. Because these modifications come from many different Minecraft mods that players are using, we will not be publishing an official list of disallowed Minecraft mods. We've always stated that any modification you use on the server is used at your own risk, so it will remain up to the player to decide whether or not the modifications they currently have installed will fall under disallowed or allowed. With that being said, we do understand that many of you don't know the underlying specifics of the modifications that you are using beyond the fact that they provide quality of life enhancements. Because of this, we will not be issuing bans right away for the use of these modifications. We will be treating the blacklisting of these modifications with a phased approach. 2 weeks following the creation of this thread, we will not be issuing any warnings or bans regarding the specific modifications. The following 2 weeks, we will start issuing warnings and kicks from the server. Afterwards, we will start issuing in-game bans. At that point, you've had a long enough warning period to know that you were using one of these modifications, and the fact that you still have it installed falls on you and not on us. That's all for the update right now. We'll be updating this thread as needed as time goes on, so make sure to stay up to date on any changes. Wow, now that is a controversial forum post. As you guys can see, it has 492 likes and 712 dislikes, and it also has currently 92 pages of comments, which is unheard of for those that don't know. Now, later that day, Don Pereso, an admin on the network, made a reply later that day to all of the comments, because a lot of people have questions on what mods are going to start becoming not allowed on the network, and well, a lot of people are talking about Skyblock add-ons being one of those mods that's going to become disallowed. So well, Don Pereso said this: "I'd like to add that this will impact mods and add-ons that are doing things they shouldn't be doing. There is a good bit of mods out there that some of you are panicking about losing that'll still work. Canceling the dropping of expensive items, for example, is not affected by this. If you're unsure, wait until we reach the kicking period and try out your favorite mods and see if it actually kicks you. If it doesn't, you're fine. If we decide that more mods are breaking our rules, we'll adjust and warn the community ahead of time, as we are doing it right now." You might be surprised by what actually still works, but unfortunately for Hypixel players, this was not enough. Riots started to break out on the Hypixel network, with people doing everything they can to crash the Skyblock lobbies. In fact, here's a screenshot you can see and some footage. People were not having it. So later that day, because there was so much attention coming to this issue, Don Pereso made an official update forum post about this. Don Pereso made a forum post titled "Regarding the recent announcement with mods in Skyblock," saying, "Hey guys, I thought I'd give a quick notice regarding the recent announcement. I'm seeing a lot of people across multiple communities freaking out that we're killing mods in Skyblock. Perhaps our wording wasn't clear enough, or perhaps there really isn't a way to word it in a way that just won't cause confusion, but a clarification is definitely needed here. We are not anti-mods. Java's Minecraft entire success is mods. We are mods ourselves off of Minecraft. We are entirely fine with mods. That being said, what we are actually acting against here is not specific mods or quality of life features, it's specific behavior. Behavior that is indistinguishable from straight up hacking in some cases. Modifying what kind of packets you send to the server, automating clicks, that kind of stuff is what we're targeting. If you have a mod that stops you from dropping an item, it's not going to get flagged. If you have a mod that adds an overlay to help you with a puzzle, but it doesn't click it for you, it's not going to get flagged. The vast majority of features I'm seeing everyone panic about losing are not going to get flagged. If you do something that changes where you're facing after you teleport, that's definitely going to get flagged. If you open a puzzle and the mod clicks on the solution for you, that's 100% going to get flagged. So why are we doing this? Well, as we're expanding our anti-cheat around the network, we're finding out that cheat client developers are crafty. This is something we can only vaguely discuss, as anti-cheat is an ongoing war. We can't reveal our cards too much without giving away all our plans. All I can ask regarding this is just to trust us on this. Honestly, if a feature gets flagged once we turn this on, it was probably doing something sketchy to begin with. Now, why are we not giving out a list of affected mods, and why are we delaying this instead of starting right away? Honestly, for 2 simple reasons. First of all, there are a lot of uninformed players using mods everywhere. If you're a mod maker and your mod's been fine all along, and suddenly all of your users log into kicks or warnings, you will be blamed. By giving 2 weeks for mod makers to rearrange their features or even remake some of them to comply to the new rules, we are shifting blame onto us, which is going well, as you've noticed. Second, we can't actually fully determine what mods are going to be affected. While we've done our research and did some testing, our detection methods are finding out that there is a massive amount of unrecognized mods. Some might be homemade mods used by 1 or 2 users. Some might be major mods, like Skyblock add-ons, not really identifying themselves to the server. It is easier for us and for mod makers to state what kind of behavior we're targeting rather than try and list the mods. We're going to miss some, we're going to be wrong on some, and everyone's going to be even more confused. Overall, we ask that you guys be patient and wait for the kick period to come in. Mod makers are already on the move, turning off features or rewriting code to ensure they're compliant, and we greatly appreciate their efforts in this. For any remaining confusion, it will all be cleared up once the kicking period kicks in. And again, I want you guys to understand that we are not anti-mods, and we'll be trying in the future to come up with solutions on our side to bring back the very few quality of life features that won't make it. And this forum post has 6 dislikes and 910 likes. So basically, the main thing that people need to do right now is wait until the 9th and see what kicks/warns start happening. Now, I reached out to one of the owners of the Lunar client to see if there were any mods in it that he believes will fall under the disallowed mods category, and he responded saying this: "We're going to look closely and communicate with their team if we need any clarifications." So in other words, at the moment there's nothing that stands out. Now, as for the owner of Badline, I did reach out to him as well, but unfortunately I did just reach out to him before recording, so I do not have a response yet. Now, that being said, when I do get one, I will put it as the pinned comment. Now finally, I reached out to Biscuits, the creator of Skyblock add-ons, for a statement. He gave me this quote: "Hey guys, luckily I don't think that the Skyblock add-ons mod will be affected much, considering I try not to include wacky stuff like automatic solvers. We do, however, have a couple of features that cancel clicks, such as avoid breaking stems, only break logs in the park, disable island ember rod, and unfortunately, these sorts of features will probably have to be removed. However, I will try to get clarification from an admin just in case there's any hope for these features." So it looks like for the most part, Skyblock add-ons will be fine. And of course, when the new version comes out of that, I highly recommend downloading it because you know that's probably going to be friendly to this new update. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our next story, and arguably our biggest one of the day. This one is coming from one of Hypixel's biggest bedwars YouTubers, Gamerboy80. And this week, he got removed from the bedwars leaderboards. Previously, Gamerboy had over 102,000 final kills, putting him at the number 5 spot. Now here's an image I found of him in January at the number 3 spot with an insane amount of kills. But as of a couple of days ago, he got completely removed from the leaderboards. Now what happened? I don't know of any bedwars update that came out, and if you remember a few episodes ago here on the news, Virtual lost his number 1 bedwars position because his wins were in 4v4, and the new update removed 4v4 stats from the leaderboard. But as you can see from Gamerboy80's stats, he's hardly played any 4v4 and only has a total of 51 kills out of his 100,000 in that mode. Now in his newest video, well, I can't seem to find anything at all that goes against the rules. So I reached out to Gamerboy to find out what happened, and he said that the leaderboards reset and that he has to get 1 final kill to get back on there. So apparently, you guys, for April Fools, Hypixel reset the bedwars leaderboard, which means if you're on the top 10, until you get a kill or win or whatever you're on the leaderboard for, you're off of that leaderboard. Now, after I messaged him, he went and got himself a final kill, and as you guys can see, he went right back up there on the leaderboard. But for a day, this had quite a few people talking, wondering, where is Gamerboy80? But with that, that is going to do it for this episode of the news. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Of course, I do recommend subscribing if you haven't already. Have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.